going on, guys? Welcome to a new F1 Manager 22 series here on the channel. If you are aware of our Haas series that is currently ongoing in season 4 as of now, we are going to be taking the time on stream to go ahead and start a new series for YouTube where we are going to be taking control of the Oracle Red Bull Racing Team, the current reigning drivers and constructors world champions in real life. And we are going to be taking control of them in a bit of a new direction, and it's going to be, I think, a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to take a lot of thought and a lot of very tactical moments throughout this season to not get fired, I think. But we're going to be taking control of Red Bull, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing started now as we take control of the reigning world drivers and team constructors and drivers champions. Let's do it. Let's get a new game going here. This is going to be a lot of fun. I haven't started a new save in F1 Manager in a while, and so we're going to be having a lot of fun with this one. Let's get this show on the road. This is going to be a very new take on the beginning of a season, and also it's just going to be a lot of fun. Haas, we've been going for 4 full seasons now, and this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be a lot of fun. They give you $38 million to start with. Man, I think I got a napkin and a $2 bill when we started Haas. So this is quite the difference. You can say welcome to the team. Check out for the TV. No, we're doing this a very sophisticated way. You know, it would be too easy just to take Red Bull and tank them into the dirt immediately. We have to be strategic about this. We have to be mindful. The goal of this series is not to immediately drive Red Bull into dust. We are going to systematically bury them in monetary debt, car debt, performance debt, every kind of debt you can think of, as we are going to slowly and surely grind them into the dirt. Mick Schumacher might be making an appearance. You never know. He may make an appearance. We know how we feel about Mick on this channel, so we'll have to see. It's not going to come in this one yet, but we'll have to see. But first things first, we have Bahrain in 11 days as we lead Red Bull here, and I need to take a survey around of what's going on, because I honestly have not seen any of what Red Bull looks like at all on any of these. It looks like everything looks fine. Wow, oh my goodness, imagine having good pit stops. Imagine a good pit crew. We actually could never. But you know what's really important when it comes to pit stops, and here's our first instance of subterfuge of Red Bull Racing. You know what's really important when it comes to pit crew? Your wing adjustments. You know, when you get into those practice sessions, you need to be able to make those wing adjustments tight, quick, and just everything that you might need. You know, if you lose a wing, you really need to be able to replace it as quickly as possible. You don't need anything else, just wing adjustments. So we're going to be focusing our pit crew on that for a little bit now. And if we go ahead and actually take a look at the car analysis, we can probably see where we're at. Oh, as you would imagine, very good, as you would imagine, against the rest of the grid. But I think we can continue to push. We have no current projects going. Let's go ahead and start a new project. You know, first race of the season coming up, we have $40 million. You know, so here's where we need to be strategic. All right, we're trying to subtly subterfuge our way through. So we're gonna start 2 new designs today. The first being, we have to be, you know, we can't start off on the wrong foot. You know, we're gonna make an underfloor. We're gonna make an underfloor really focused on airflow sensitivity. Very, very focused on airflow sensitivity. You know, we really need to be very sure that our car is not going to be buffeted by airflow at all. So we are going to be starting with a new underfloor. Wow, they really only start you with 10. And you know, we really need to get this done ASAP. And so we're going to be rushing this underfloor design. We have plenty of money. We don't even need to worry about it. And next, of course, we all know that engine cooling is the most important thing when it comes to reliability of your engine components. And so we are going to be focusing our next one entirely on engine cooling. You know, we really need to get our engine cooling top marks here. As you can see, we're already first on the grid in engine cooling, but you know what? We need to make sure we stay there for the long term. So we are going to be dumping every bit in we have into engine cooling of our side pods. And once again, you know, this is one thing we need. So we're going to be rushing this design as quickly as possible, and we're going to get that bad boy put on ASAP. So we are feeling pretty good, if I do say so myself. But as of now, I think we'll go ahead and continue on, and we'll have, I'm sure, some staff things going on, sponsor obligations. Season kickoff party. You know, we are a very serious organization, and you know, as my first act on this team, we are not focusing on, we don't care about off circuit things. We only care about getting it done on race day. No parties here. No parties here. We are here to win F1 races. That is that. I will hear nothing about it. You know what? We need to also take a look at our facilities, because as we know, the boardroom needs to be perfect, as we'll be spending a lot of time there, as well as the helipad. I refuse to not upgrade the helipad immediately in any save. Other than that, I think we're good in operations facilities. If we head to staff facilities, I think 100% we need even more scouts. A paltry $3 million for more scouts. Give it all to me. And for car developments, I think we're doing a-okay on car development right now. It's a little too early to be investing that kind of money in improving our car development facilities. And so we're going to be moving on. As we have our post-Bahrain test results, everything looks pretty good. Hard to say. I think we're going to be doing a-okay. We'll now go to race prep. We'll set our targets for our performance targets for Bahrain. Of course, we can't guarantee anything. You know, it's the first race of the season. It's the first time the car is going on track. We can't possibly understand what our goals are, our targets are for qualifying, as we haven't been through a qualifying session yet. So we couldn't possibly set a target for qualifying because we just don't know yet. We have an idea, and you know, our finish position, I think we can go ahead and do this one, but I think we can definitely get at least 2 drivers into the top 15. I think that's a pretty good goal for first round of the season, and so I think we'll go ahead and do that. And also, you know, I think we can definitely get 15, 2 drivers into the top 15 consistently for 5 races in a row. I think we can do it. So those are going to be our performance targets for Bahrain. We're going to be not focused on qualifying. You know, we're really focused on making a good first impression and making the most of everything we have here at Oracle Red Bull Racing. So with that said, I think we can go to the first race weekend as the head of Red Bull Racing. Let's go. Do I actually do the practice? I should do the qualifying sessions.
Radio check, radio check.
We head now to the first qualifying session of the season. Obviously, Max, our reigning World Drivers Champion, will get out and lead us to victory. And Checo, the lowly number 2 driver, who I had to take a moment there to remember his name, will go second. In addition to Hulk as driver number 2. We'll see. We'll figure it out. If you can believe that, both drivers top the timetable so far. Love to see it. And now we're going to prepare for the final laps of Q1. You know, we need to really assert our dominance over the field. And so we'll be winding down the time and going out right at the end to really show the rest of the field we mean business on a fresh set of tires here in Q1. Checo falling behind Leclerc by an indeterminate amount of time. That's going to go in your weekly report, Checo. Well, we'll be keeping this in mind. We will wait. They'll go through, and I'm not even going to bother watching because obviously, wow, Hamilton and Russell are literally on top of each other. Oh, Leclerc goes faster. We make it through to Q2 without a doubt. We'll be going out on a used set of tires, obviously. We can't be wasting our fresh set of tires, our last set of fresh tires, on the first runs of the session. So we'll get them out nice and early, get that banker time in, and obviously we'll kick back and relax. As Max still just flies. His pace in this game is crazy. Obviously, we'll go ahead and reconfigure them both to prepare for the final laps here in Q2.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Checo, you're really not doing yourself any favors with consistently being beaten by both Ferraris. That's all we're saying. We'll prepare here for our final laps. Here we go, the final laps of Q2. A fresh set of tires. We should be absolutely soaring through the field.
Was that a lockup on the track?
Joe locked up on the last corner. Beaten by both Ferraris. Wow. There's going to be a long meeting after this one, guys. We can't be having this kind of stuff. Obviously, we'll throw on a set of used soft tires here. Go ahead and send them both out for their bankers. Nary a second thought about it. Checo once again just not finding the pace compared to his teammate. You know, Checo, when they brought you in as the second driver, they were really expecting more from you. And you know what? Since I took over, I'm expecting a lot more from you. Just very disappointed. All right, we just gave Checo so much clean air. He should be flying. Verstappen getting a nice tow from Hamilton. Very nice of the Mercedes. Still not enough to beat Leclerc, though. Perez behind both Checo. We give you the kindness of a contract, a second seat next to the world champion, and you can't even beat a horse?
It's race day.
We're gonna have to keep this in mind, my good sir. But nonetheless, this is where the magic happens. We need the perfect strategy if we're gonna beat everyone. Obviously, the answer is the oh my god, the strategy is horrible. That's a terrible strategy. Oh my. But this is apparently 10 seconds slower. Gross. Obviously, we'll get the benefit of playing for a potential safety car, and we'll work top down to make the most. We'll start on the hards. That way, if we need to go long, we have the option. Obviously, we need to start, since we're starting on the hardest compound, we need to remove a lap of fuel to justify starting on the slower tire. We need to be lighter, nimbler, to make the most of the hard compound. Let's see. Jesus, my god. Perfect. As we did with Max, we'll be removing a lap of fuel and also accompanying our start. We obviously need to be pushing at the start, deploying, of course. Actually, overtaking. No, deploying. No, defending. We must defend those from behind. Since we are starting on the slower compound, we must defend from those behind. We'll be pushing on fuel and defending from those behind. Nary a thought at attacking forward as we are starting on the harder compound, and therefore we will be able to move forward with track position, as always. What a lovely bit of strategy. We're really thinking outside the box on this one, and so I think this is going to work out for us. I think this is going to go well. We start lighter from the harder compound. We start pushing and defending from those behind. I think this is going to go swimmingly. Let's go to Bahrain race weekend, race day.
It's a cloudy night tonight, but otherwise the weather looks good for the race. Taking a look at Max Verstappen.
I don't want to see that face
Second
bridge.
place start for them
We're
today.
putting in
They're
championship
with a real
level
chance.
strategy.
And behind them, it's Perez. Not as close to the front as they
Definitely not as close to the
And
front
This is it.
as we would
The
expect or
Bahrain
enjoy.
Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
It is indeed lights
and
out,
away we go.
and away we go. And we are indeed away. Max, unfortunately, losing positions to Carlos. How could this be?
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Let's see what happened there. Let's have another look. Science is the focus.
Science starting on the softs in Bahrain. Interesting. What a strategy. It seems as though Ferrari got a slightly better start than us. Just slight. But once again, we are lighter, nimbler. And we shall prevail in the end thanks to the wonders of track position. And now that we have successfully defended from behind, we will lower our ERS and we will move on. Moving forward with the race. Look how light we are. 2 kilograms below everyone else, minimum. Alright, I got this little too. Exactly the moves. Separating ourselves from the rest of the pack. The 2 Ferraris will dance forward. But oh my god, everyone is on softs. The fools. Don't they know that to win in Formula 1 you need to be different? You need to succeed where others fail. You need to think so far outside of the box, you end up back in a different box. This will be a lovely bit of strategy,
DRS is enabled.
and I can't wait to see how it ends up. Hey, we were different by keeping Mick. Think about it. Everybody was getting rid of Mick. We were the smart ones by keeping him intact, keeping him with his first F1 team. Incredible the difference here already. 93% tires remain while everyone else below 80. Ha! Except for those who are outside the top 10. We don't care about them. We're going to be so far out in front when they make their pit stops. We'll be laughing at them. We'll be laughing at them from 10 plus seconds up the road. Welcome to the Verstappen train, by the way. Checo attacking Max Verstappen. Fascinating. Also, every other person on softs following us is absolutely in the mud. Just because these two are just going to keep swapping back and forth on hard tires, and they're going to be just furious. Alright, let's speed this along a little bit. Look at the train. Incredible. Verstappen behind Bottas. Bottas up into P3. How could you, Max? You're gonna let Valtteri Bottas do that to you? I thought not. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
A little delayed. Oh, Sainz made a mistake.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Sainz locking up into the final corner. Joke's on them. We're gonna be flying. What was the lap 15? Like 13 to 21 seems to be the play here. So we can actually
Red Bull moves up.
we can speed this up a little bit. Verstappen down to P5. How tarry the thought. Once again, we know we're playing the long game as their tires slowly destroy themselves and ours, fresh as the day is long. The fools will have to pit
Looks like
while
that
we
was a position gained for
four
Alfa
stop is
Romeo.
going. No, the four stops for Monaco. You know, the best part about Monaco is when you can go save all of your soft tires and just go soft, medium, like right at the end.
Is that a lockup?
We'll be saving that. We'll keep that one under key, lock and key until we get to Monaco. Then we'll unleash it upon the world. Everyone should start to pit now. It looks like we are. And this is where the strategy comes together. Look at my genius. Look at that. We have advanced into the lead. A 1-2 for Red Bull. Incredible stuff. And now that we have the lead, we'll use this opportunity to regain the fuel that we've lost, so we don't have to worry about it later. We will continue to move forward as we now enter our pit window, now well and above everyone else on the circuit. Very clear in front. Certainly not under threat already. As we regain all of the fuel that we took out to begin with to even the playing field. Checo nears his optimal pit lap as the Ferrari has caught us, but nonetheless, we still have yet to stop. And so therefore we are much better off, as we will now tell Checo to pit for mediums,
Yeah, copy.
having much fresher tires than everyone around him, as Max also now will come in and stop for his mediums, as the major overcut may not have worked this time, but we will be well on our way to having much fresher tires than everyone else on the circuit. As you see now, the plan comes together.
A lockup.
The plan is simple. We continue on saving fuel for the long run. The fools don't understand what's about to hit them, as our tires now vastly outweigh everyone else. Look at that, a 10 to 20% tire advantage over everyone else. Incredible stuff, really. As we'll bump them back down now that they're a quarter of a kilogram below. It should be simple enough to
Looks like
bring it
it's a
home
lockup.
down these last 30 laps. The plan is coming together. The plan is a simple one. And finishing on the soft tire, the pièce de résistance of the plan, as we'll be on the fastest tire known to man. As we said, the fastest lap.
That's a purple lap. I'll let you know if the
Behold
situation
my
changes.
genius. As Mick, we're gonna pretend we didn't see that, Mick. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that.
Someone's run wide.
And you're fine. You're looking really good for a potential seat at Red Bull, just saying.
Just had a spin.
Alonso also feeling the pressure of a Red Bull scout and is having less of a good time, as we now find ourselves deep into the top 5 already. Still with a major tire advantage over every single other person on the circuit. Love it to see it. Find ourselves well on our way to good points in the first round. And the master plan comes to fruition soon. As we near ever closer.
Advance the race position.
Sainz and Leclerc already going to
Sounds
softs
like someone's
with
locked
16 laps remaining. The fools. Don't they know their tires will be absolutely destroyed by the time this is over? All right, gentlemen, let's race. Turn up the temp a little bit, turn up the heat, and let's make some moves. Russell into stop. It looks as though Checo is coming in now for his soft tires, his much much
Box,
fresher,
Checo, box.
soft tires than every other person on the circuit. Max 1 lap later, also coming in for his final
All
stop.
boxes.
We will be absolutely flying
Could have been a lockup.
around here with 11 laps remaining, deep into the top 5, cementing ourselves into the top 5, and we are going to be unstoppable soon as we come down to single digits lap. A fastest lap of the race from Checo Perez, beating his teammate, by the way, in equal machinery. Checo, we gave him a lot of stuff about losing out to Max in qualifying, as well as both Ferraris, so this is a good result for the young lad. It just took a little bit of motivation to encourage the Mexican driver to come and show what he's got. Oh my God, the interval between Perez, or between us and Sainz, is 15 seconds, and the gap between Sainz and Leclerc is 22 seconds. My goodness. They're on 21 and 30% tires respectively. Holy. Wow, that, Jesus. Incredible. Oh, they're gonna fight side by side to the line. Almost to the line, where are we?
Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Who's gonna do it? They're gonna go side by side across the line. Who's gonna get it done? Oh! Oh! At the line!
Check flag.
Checo! Sniping! Max Verstappen at the line. Wow, what a race. Oh. The beauty in the art form. The perfect strategy. A solid
checker flag.
P3, P4 finish in Bahrain.
It's really enjoyable to drive.
Lovely stuff. Sure, Ferrari got the better of us today, but that won't always be the case. As Checo absolutely snipes Max at the buzzer. Incredible stuff. Sure, Max lost a couple of positions, but a wonderfully done race nonetheless. Oh, good points. Look at the good point system. Oh, it's a beauty. We currently sit P2 in the constructors and Ps 3 and 4 in the driver's. What was the difference between these? 3 thousandths. Checo got him by 3 thousandths. Wow. Incredible stuff. A good result from the team. Good result from the team. As we'll continue now to the next round. Our helipad upgrade is complete. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into the next one. Our helipad is done and dusted. In fact, let's just go ahead and bump that bad boy up to another one. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take care of that right quick. Other than that, our suspension, we had a suspension manufactured. Oh, we had an upgrade. We had an upgrade we could have put on. See, this is a good thing we didn't do a suspension, because now we have one. We have one. We have one suspension. Checo, you beat Max in the last round, which means you get the new suspension. And we'll go ahead and make 5 more. I don't know. We only have so much time, so we're gonna emergency manufacture 5 more suspensions, so we can go ahead and throw it on both cars. And you know what? I don't think we actually do anything else. We can't. So that's our car update between these difficult. What do you mean a difficult race? That was a lovely done race. We competed. It was lovely. No issues whatsoever. Continue. I don't know what they could be talking about. Race preparation. All right, now that we have a couple of qualifying session under our belt, I think it's safe to say we can get at least one driver into Q2 and at least one driver into Q3. You know, we're gonna take things slow, but I think we can do it. You know, I like the way we did it last time, so you know what? I think we're gonna go for it all here, but we're gonna be a little safe. 1 in the top 10 sounds pretty good to me. Once again, we're gonna take it nice and slow. We're gonna really ease into these. You know, we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. That's really what you want to keep from happening. So you know what? We're gonna continue on to Jeddah here, and it's gonna be another lovely race weekend.
Formula One.
Alrighty then, as you would imagine, we are gonna go ahead. Actually, you know what? A lovely opportunity for our lovely reserve driver to get some seat time. You know, we really appreciate what he does for us, and so we're gonna get him a little bit of seat time here in FP1. And once again, you know, we're gonna take care of all the media and the catering, and we're gonna delegate once again for all practice sessions. And so we're just gonna come back for qualifying and see how the team did to prepare for the race weekend. Max coming across quickest. We love to see that. 48%. 48%. Lovely. It seems as though they're done and ready to go here in Saudi Arabia. You know what? I actually forgot I had a meeting to take, so we're gonna simulate Q1, and we'll be back for Q2. We don't even have to worry about it. As we said, don't even have to worry about it. We're through to Q2, meeting done. We're gonna come back and ready to go for the next round. And so, you know, since this is my first qualifying round of the weekend, we're gonna treat it as though it was as if it was Q1.
Yeah, radio check.
So we're gonna send our drivers out, and we're gonna see if we can save a set of softs. And so we're gonna see if we can get by with one qualifying lap each and save a set of softs for the race potentially, should we need it. So we'll go ahead, and they're both gonna get clean laps, so this honestly should work. As we do, we come across fast. There we go, Checo, faster than Leclerc. Immediately, love to see that. And I think that is going to be us. We're going to get a little risky here in round 2. You know, we didn't have quite the finish that we were hoping around Bahrain, so we're going to get there. We can't just get rid of Checo immediately. We need to evaluate his you know, his worth to the team, compare him to Verstappen. He beat Max Verstappen in the first round of the season, and so really, if anything, he has a leg up on Max now. So realistically, we should be looking at potentially, if we're going to replace anyone at this point, it would be the reigning back-to-back World Drivers Champion Max Verstappen, which is very embarrassing for him as Leclerc goes faster than him, which is, we can't have that here. Once again, we only need one lap, so we are just going to start Q3. We're just going to wait. We only need one lap, as we are just that good, and so we are going to be
radio check.
fast forwarding to the final lap of the session. You know, we need to keep all of our tires as fresh as possible should we need them for the race. So we're gonna wait. That way we only have to do one set of laps on every single set of tires, so that way we can have as fresh of tires as possible for a potential strategy when we get to that screen. So we'll see here. The only ones to not set a time, as you would imagine, I'm sure it's only going to go so well for everyone. We'll send everybody out. It looks as though Alonso is going to try something different and get caught up in as much traffic as humanly possible, aka just Checo. Things you hate to see. But as we make our way around, Max Verstappen puts it on pole, beating the Ferraris for once, and Checo beats one, but loses to Leclerc by 1.5 tenths. Very unfortunate, Checo. Very unfortunate. But it will be a Max Verstappen pole position here in round 2. That is what we like to see. You know, this is what we were missing in round 1. This definitely makes up, I think, a little bit for his screw up. And once again, we're going to think outside the box. We are going to finish on the faster tire. And so we're going to start once again on the hards, because I think it worked very well the first time. And so once again, we're going to be starting on the hards. And of course, when you start on the hards, you need to do things a little bit differently. And so we are going maximum attack off the start. Maximum push, maximum deploy, maximum pace. And of course, once again, because we are going to be pushing off the start like this, we are not going to be lowering the fuel. We are actually going to be keeping it exactly as it is, because they would expect us to add fuel with this strategy, but instead we're going to keep it exactly at the recommended 50 laps, the complete number of laps, and we're going to head to the race weekend just like this. And
We have clear
once
weather
again,
skies
we have
as
to think a
look
little
at
bit
the drivers in
differently
their grid positions.
if you want things to go the way you want it to.
Taking a look at Max Verstappen.
So let's see how it
We're
goes.
now moments away from this. The Saudi Arabian
The
Grand
Saudi
Prix.
Arabian Grand Prix.
And it's lights
It is
out,
indeed
and away
lights
we
out.
go.
And away we go. Let's see who leads into turn one. It will be Max. The plan worked. Maximum push, gentlemen. Maximum push. We should be absolutely flying. As we do. And Max immediately pulls a 1 second gap on Leclerc on medium tires on hards. It looks like unfortunately we are not the only ones who thought to get outside of the box in this one, as many of us find ourselves on the hard tire. But nonetheless, we find ourselves very much in the position to fly away in this one and come out beautiful stuff, beautiful things. As obviously it is now our race to lose. You obviously don't understand that we're doing what's right for Red Bull. We're going to be pulling away as much as possible, as fast as possible, trying to secure a win and the best possible results for Red Bull. So as you can clearly see by the strategies that we're employing, we will be doing so. As you can tell that using our superior strategy of run away from everyone, we are doing exactly what we need to do to make this strategy work.
Yeah, okay.
So we will continue pressing on.
DRS now active.
We will press on.
No, you DRS. No, you DRS.
To do everything. We are going to be maximum push the whole time. Not the whole time. We can't do the whole time. But to make the one stop work, we need as large a gap as possible to overcuts the potential one stoppers doing the reverse. And so as you can see, while we are sacrificing slightly on tires and fuel and DRS, it will be better for us in the long run. It will indeed be the best for us in the long run, as we will be nary a second slower later. I'm sure of it. As you can see here, our plan of having Checo hold up the Ferraris is working beautifully, especially into turn one, where our refresh of the ERS will allow him to retake second place and allow him to run away with the position. At this point, we will relieve the ERS of duty. All right, how long can we keep it on maximum attack and realistically, like, survive? Tarry the thoughts. Tarry the thought, young British. You think we are succeeding at Red Bull, and we are in our own way. As once again you see the plan, the master plan. Are any of either of them? No, they're both on the mediums.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Now Checo finds himself deep undercover in the Ferrari's herd. They will accept him as one of their own and spill all of their secrets to me. He will be. This is the master plan we had the whole time. We will allow him to integrate himself into their society, and he will learn all of their secrets. They will willingly hand over insider secrets of their development and strategy, so that we may learn from them in the future and undermine them at any moment possible. You see as he jests with the other members of society.
Still gained a place.
All right, now we speed it up. Now we speed it up. Damn, I tanked their tires, by the way. Tanked.
That's a lockup.
Joe locking up. Just unacceptable at all levels, really.
Ferrari advance the race position.
Once again, Sainz operating under peak efficiency. Doing everything possible to make the most of everything. Wow. Oh wow. They're getting their tires back. What? All right, this is gonna be fine. We did everything we could to hold off the scarlet fever of Ferrari. All right, what else is going on? Man, I forgot how like weird the leaderboard looks in season 1 because everyone's at their teams, and so I'm looking as like, oh, there's Alonso and Ocon still at Alpine. There's Norris and Ricardo still at McLaren. Gasly's still in the AlphaTauri. Yuki's still in an AlphaTauri. Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher are not winning well, Mick is not winning races in the championship leading car. Hamilton and P11, there's that. Russell's still in Mercedes, so it's a little. Leclerc still at Ferrari, that's a fun one. Look at the master plan coming together. Wow, this a crash. We don't bother ourselves with the
There's been a crash.
with the goings-ons of others. Alonso does crash into turn 13. Very interesting. I mean, realistically, at this point, the tires are going to hit a wall probably as we near the pit window. Hopefully, Sainz should catch Checo at that point.
Got a lockup on the track.
Ricardo locking up. Not a very. Everyone that we scouted is not having a good moment, you know. Alonso, Ricardo, who else did we? Nico, obviously, we're not going to see anything, but. Oh, Leclerc is caught and passed Checo, as has Leclerc, but Max still doing everything he can to hold on. Let's have some good. Let's have some good in laps, gentlemen. Some good in laps. Let's pick up the pace. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Well, I thought you were supposed to be a world champion, so realistically, what was that? That's box. You know what? You as well, box.
We've just had a crash.
The master plan comes together now, as still down on fuel, still pushing tires. We find ourselves in prime position. The master plan. The master plan.
I think there's been contact on the track.
The master plan.
Safety car.
Uh-oh.
No DRS. No DRS.
This actually helps us tremendously. Oh, shocker. Kevin Magnussen out. Yuki Tsunoda with a penalty. Incredible stuff, really.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
Well, we now find ourselves with much better tires. Obviously, we needn't worry ourselves with ERS or fuel or saving tires under a safety car, as we never know when the safety car is going to come in. The safety car is trying to save Red Bull. Maybe it is a conspiracy. Maybe it really is a conspiracy. Wow, they have full ERS.
Got a safety car in this lap.
Safety car is in this lap, as we now find ourselves hot on the tail. Luckily, making up the 15 second, 8 to 10, 15 second gap ahead that there was to Ferrari until said safety car on the laps we were planning on pitting. So there is that. with nary 11 laps remaining. We now have a wonderful opportunity here, gentlemen, to
DRS enabled.
win the race. So there's that.
Looked like a clean lap there as well, mate.
I suppose that is absolutely the plan. Hello? My game keeps minimizing out of nowhere and I don't know why.
Red Bull moved up.
As we see now, young Max Verstappen leading the Grand Prix.
Red Bull gained a place.
You know, Max, we really need to make sure we have that kilogram of fuel that the FAA requires at the end of a race. So we really need to get above that 1 kilogram mark. If you could do that for us, that would be lovely. Ooh, look at making P12, by the way. Young Michaelis could be on for points. Would be a lovely moment for him in his bid for a Red Bull seat. You know what? We have four laps remaining, so you might as well just keep saving fuel. We're really worried. You know, only 7 kilograms of fuel left. Really, you know, we need to save the life on the ERS. It's only round 2, so save the life of your ERS. It's vitally important.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
All right, the master plan has been achieved. You may resume your normal driving as we start the final lap of the Grand Prix. Oh God! Oh, what a! Oh, it's a 1-2.
Checkered flag.
We made up for our mistakes in Bahrain by getting a 1-2 in Saudi.
Well, race. Excellent job.
What a lovely result. What a perfect result. What a lovely thing. As Charles actually still leads the drivers by 2 points. Lovely. We do both pass Carlos Sainz, and Red Bull overtakes Ferrari to lead by 2 points. This is exactly what we wanted. This is precisely what we wanted. $3.8 million. They give these guys $3.8 million, $3.9 million almost, to finish first or second. Well, first for Max, second for Checo. What are these contracts? We got 300K. That's what we got. We might have to offload one of these guys just to actually be able to get money.